Tucked away in the heart of Northamptonshire, England, sits a little market town that most people drive straight past on the A14. And that is their loss, because Thrapston is one of those rare places where history hasn't been polished into a tourist attraction. It's still lived in, still breathing, still completely and quietly itself. Today, we're going to change that and take a proper look at everything that makes this small market town so worth your time. Let's start at the very beginning. And in Thrapston, that's a very long time ago indeed. Long before there was a town here, there was a hill fort. Archaeologists have found evidence of a late Bronze Age and early Iron Age ringworks on this site, dating back to around 700 to 800 BC. This was a settlement, a defended enclosure, a place where people gathered and sheltered. So when you walk through the town today, know that you are standing on nearly 3,000 years of human history. Then came the Romans. Thrapston sat at a strategic crossroads on the Roman road network, linking the settlements we now know as Gumster and Leicester, intersected by a road running between Wadenhoe and Irchester. Several Roman buildings have been discovered just 4 miles away, at Ringstead, reminders that this valley was once part of a vast imperial infrastructure stretching across Britain. The town even makes it into the Domesday Book of 1086, recorded as Thrapstone. Proof that by the time of the Norman conquest, this was already an established and recognized community. But perhaps the most defining moment in Thrapston's history came in 1205, when a man named Baldwin de Vere, the lord of the manor, wrote to King John and asked for something rather special, the right to hold a market in the town every Tuesday. King John agreed. And do you know what the price was? 2 palfreys, small riding horses, that's it, 2 horses. And Thrapston got its market charter. Those 2 horses are still remembered today. You'll find them represented right there on Thrapston's own civic badge and flag, a nod to the deal that shaped the town's identity for the next 8 centuries. And the charter is still celebrated every single year in June, when the annual charter fair takes over the high street. Traffic is stopped, stalls go up, and the town comes alive in the same spirit it has done for more than 800 years. The Tuesday market continues to this day, a traditional weekly market in the town centre, where you can browse fresh produce, local crafts, clothing, and much more. It has a friendly, unhurried atmosphere that you simply don't find in a shopping centre. At the very heart of Thrapston stands St. James Parish Church, and this is a building that absolutely demands your attention. The earliest remains date back to the mid-13th century, although records show that monks from the abbey at Bourne in Lincolnshire were already serving a church on this site around 1133 AD. It was built near the site of an ancient castle, and when it was completed, it fell under the ownership of that same abbey, until Henry VIII's dissolution of the monasteries brought that era to a close in the 16th century. Step inside and you'll notice something slightly unusual: the floor slopes. This is entirely intentional, a medieval quirk built to accommodate the ploughs that local farmers would bring into the porch during the blessing of the harvest. It's a small detail, but it tells you everything about how deeply rooted this church was in the everyday life of the community. Look up at the bell tower and you'll find 8 bells, dedicated in 1897 to mark Queen Victoria's Diamond Jubilee. The church also boasts stunning stained glass windows and a Victorian-era box pew balcony added during significant 19th century refurbishment This is a Grade 1 listed building, one of the finest in the area, and well worth a quiet hour of your time. Now here's something that might genuinely surprise you. Relatives of George Washington, the first President of the United States, lived in Thrapston. Washington's family had English roots in Northamptonshire, and members of that same family were part of the fabric of life in this very market town. It's one of those remarkable threads of history that connects a small English town to the birth of a nation. If you ever needed proof that Thrapston punches above its weight, there it is. No visit to Thrapston would be complete without a walk down to the River Nene. And when you get there, you'll be greeted by two of the town's most photographed landmarks. The first is the Nine Arches Bridge, or more accurately, a medieval bridge that was likely rebuilt in 1795, stretching across the River Nene and its floodplain with a remarkable span of 24 arches in total. It's the bridge that links Thrapston with the neighbouring village of Islip, and it's a beautiful, timeless structure that looks just as impressive reflected in the water below. Then there's the Old Railway Viaduct, a ghost of the Victorian era, when the Kettering to Huntingdon railway line rumbled through the valley. The line closed in 1959, and the viaduct now stands silently above the riverbank, draped in greenery, a monument to an age of steam and ambition. For photographers and history lovers, it's a compelling sight. If you love the outdoors, Thrapston is genuinely one of the best bases in this part of England. The Nene Way, a long-distance footpath following the River Nene, passes right through the town, opening up miles of beautiful riverside, walking in both directions. Right on the doorstep of the town itself sits Thrapston Nene Valley Park, a beautiful green space hugging the River Nene, perfect for a leisurely stroll, a picnic, or simply sitting by the water. It's also home to the Middle Nene Sailing Club, and the park information boards tell the fascinating story of the old Peterborough to Blisworth Railway that once ran through this very valley. Head northwest along the river and you'll find yourself weaving between the lakes of Titchmarsh Nature Reserve, a mature and peaceful reserve with birdwatching hides set around the water's edge. Kingfishers, bitterns, herons and ospreys have all been spotted here, and on a calm morning the silence is extraordinary. Follow the waymarked trail a little further and you reach the chocolate box village of Wadenhoe. Thatched cottages, an old mill, a mill pond, and the ancient King's Head pub waiting for you at the end. It's about 4 miles from Thrapston. Takes around an hour and a half to 2 hours at an easy pace, and it is one of the finest short walks in Northamptonshire. Head south along the Nene Way and you'll arrive at Stanwick Lakes, a stunning 750-acre parkland and nature reserve with panoramic views across the Nene Valley. There's also a linear path from Thrapston running along a disused railway line that links directly to the reserve. Near Stanwick you'll find Irchester Country Park with its lovely woodland trails, and Summerlay's Nature Reserve, another haven for wildlife. For those who prefer a circular route closer to town, the Ringstead Circular Walk explores the beautiful Kinewell Lake and the surrounding villages of Woodford and Denford, a gentle scenic stroll with plenty to see along the way. With over 140 hiking trails in the area, more than 50 of them graded as easy, Thrapston is a walker's paradise that rarely gets the recognition it deserves. Of course, every good walk deserves a good pub at the end of it, and Thrapston has you covered. The Fox Inn on the High Street is one of the town's most beloved locals. Dating back to 1790, it was once a coaching inn, and it still has that wonderful two-roomed layout with stone interior walls and a proper unhurried atmosphere. This is a pub for real ale drinkers, for conversation, for watching the match, for playing darts or a round of traditional Northants skittles. It's cheap, cheerful, and entirely genuine. You'll find regulars who've been coming here for decades, and they'll welcome you like you've always been there. Just along from Thrapston, across that beautiful old bridge, the Woolpack Inn at Islip is another fantastic option. Particularly popular with walkers finishing the Nene Way route, with great bar meals and a warm welcome. And the high street itself is well worth a wander beyond the pubs. Thrapston has held on to its independent spirit remarkably well. You'll find cosy tea rooms serving homemade treats, eateries using locally sourced ingredients, gift shops, homeware boutiques, and a wonderful farmers market that brings local producers and shoppers together in a way that's increasingly rare. For those who want to go even deeper into the town story, the Thrapston Heritage Trail is a self-guided walking tour that takes you past the town's most significant landmarks: the old bridge, the town hall, the viaduct, and beyond. Informative plaques at each stop bring the history to life, and you can do it entirely at your own pace. The Thrapston Heritage Project, run in partnership with the local library, maintains an online archive of photographs, documents, maps and articles stretching back to the Iron Age. It's a remarkable community effort and a wonderful resource if you want to explore the areas past from home before you visit. So there it is, Thrapston, a market town that has been here for nearly 3,000 years, that traded horses for a charter, that housed ancestors of a president, that rang its bells for Queen Victoria, and that still holds a market every Tuesday, just as it always has. It won't overwhelm you with tourist crowds or overpriced coffee. What it will give you is something rarer, an authentic slice of English life set against one of the most beautiful river valleys in the country. Whether you come for the history, the walking, the wildlife, the pubs, or simply to wander a high street that still feels like it belongs to the people who live there, Thrapston will not disappoint. Come and find it. You won't be sorry.